Hey friends, Jeff from Bygone here with one last video on this unbelievable 73 Ford Bronco Explorer that we have the honor of presenting for sale for a local owner. This video is going to outline maintenance history that we know of and talk more specifically about the engine rebuild and what was done at that time. So check out our other video on the history of the truck, but briefly it was sold new in California, where it appears to have stayed until 1999, when it was sold to a gentleman in Texas who kept it until 2014 and then sold it to the current owner. Now, the current owner did live in Missouri at the time, and so the early receipts here will reflect that. What we'd like to start with is the engine rebuild, because a lot of times folks say, hey, an engine's been rebuilt, a transmission's been rebuilt, but they don't have any receipts to back up what was actually done. And so what we're going to do is just kind of zoom in here and give you an opportunity to pause that and read. But we've got remove and replace and recondition engine, clean and paint respective parts. This is when the disc brake conversion was installed, so that's a power front disc brake conversion. We've got remove and replace radius arm and track bar bushings, and that you can see in the undercarriage video, how nice those are as well. We've got the rear main fuel tank sending unit that was done at that time, and that currently is the tank that we run off of. And now over on the left, I'm just going, rather than go through everything, we're just going to scan what was done, and you can see it was quite thorough. Flip over to page 2. Page 3. And now finally page 4. It's a disc brake conversion. And we see the total was $8,307. And so this was performed in 2014. There are just a couple thousand miles on the truck since this was done. If you figure that this work was performed, thank you, I wanted to get my notes on this. So the rebuild occurred at 90,005 miles, and currently the truck has 92,800 and some miles. So we have just 2,800 miles on this rebuild, and it really shows how nice the work was done, how nicely and expertly this was performed, because it runs like $1,000,000. You know, there's an old test that I used to use, and you just kind of watch that air cleaner and kind of watch for shimmies and shakes. And you can see in our warm engine video, this one's just as steady as can be. Now, moving backward just a little bit prior to current ownership, we do see other work that was performed as well. In this case, we had U-joints that were done, and you know, it goes back a ways here date-wise, but mileage-wise, we're only talking 63,000 miles. So, you know, that was done in the last 30,000 miles, so those should be good. Here's the receipt for the vintage air conversion, which is pretty neat. That was done in 99. And then, although it looks like shocks were done again during the engine rebuild, got a receipt here for a set of shocks. This is the exhaust, and I do believe this is the exhaust that's still currently on the truck. Now it's dated December of 99. There's no miles given there, but here's a receipt from October of 99 showing 87,000. So we're talking, again, only 5,000 miles or so on that exhaust kit. Lastly here, what I wanted to note is the window seals that were done. So that was an '02. So again, only a couple thousand miles ago, which is why everything is still so soft and in like new condition. But you can see here, basically, all the rubbers were done on the windows, which is, again, noticed when you're looking at the truck, but outlined here in that receipt. So now we're going to fast forward just a little bit to most recently, and the owner typically takes the Bronco into a local Ford dealership for a fall oil change and inspection. And so the truck did receive the regular 99-point inspection back in December of 23, and suspension was outlined as being good. They didn't check brakes. I don't know if their calipers, don't work on old rotors or what the scoop was there, but plenty of pad life from a visual inspection, which is nice. Tire wear is noted as being even as well, so that's cool. And you can see other work that they did. Now, the sending unit here was supposed to be for the main tank, the one that's used most often in the rear, but it does appear upon a visual inspection underneath that they put the sending unit on the auxiliary tank, which the owner doesn't currently use. Now, again, we have every reason to believe that tank would operate, especially if the Ford dealer just put the sending unit in. We're sure everything was tested. But that wasn't the tank that the current owner wanted the sending unit installed on. So that's something that we're going to have to discuss with Ford. But those are just a couple of more recent receipts that we have, just kind of showing those annual oil changes. Now, in addition to that, we have a pile of other receipts that will come with the truck, but those are more for just basic maintenance items and things that were done while it was down in Texas. The most important thing that I want to stress is the thoroughness of the work that was done in Missouri, rebuilding that engine and taking care of the front disc brake conversion and things of that sort. If anyone has any specific questions, if there's anything that I missed, or if something doesn't sound, if I said something confusing, just give a holler, and I can flip through notes here and take a look and gather any information that someone would need. Thanks so much, and gosh, we're looking forward to getting this truck in the hands of another long-term caretaker. This one's had a lot of TLC over the years. People have really attempted to keep it looking fantastic. We're excited. Take care.